Hello and welcome to a new series in Bannerlord War Sales, and this is indeed going to be the One Life Challenge. Basically what that means is we have only one character's life to make as many good moves as we possibly can. You know what that means? That means getting as high of a clan tier as we can, capturing as much of the map, as many fiefs as we can handle, killing as many people as possible, and at the very end, when our character dies, we'll take a look at the stats and we'll see how well we've actually done. Obviously, there are going to be some caveats here, as in we can, try to go for the best character build, and well, I'm going to be playing as a Botanian culture here. Usually I'd recommend going for Vlandia or Azerai if you want to go for a desert playthrough. As you can see right there, no speed penalty on the desert is absolutely amazing. Very, very strong to get that, but I'm going to go for Botanians because I'm mostly going to be in forests and things like that, in my opinion. So we're just going to go there, and we are going to, yes, I'm going to customize him this time, actually, one time, because usually I don't necessarily do that often. It's a bit too dark for me. There we go. Let's do something like that. That sounds pretty good, and we'll just change his voice pitch, change his height a little bit. There we go, a little bit like so, and then we can move on. Fantastic. So, what kind of character build am I going to suggest we go for here? Well, because this is a one life, okay? We only have one life. That means we're not getting married, we're not having children or anything like that. We have one character, and when he dies from old age, hopefully, hopefully he'll die from old age and won't just die from a random battle, you know. Hopefully when that happens, we'll be in a really, really good position. So let's take a look. So what do we want? Well, ideally, I do want a little bit of trade skill. I'm not going to be doing trading primarily in this one, but I am going to be, well, doing a little bit. I need medicine skill. That's a thing that we really quite desperately need. So let's have a look. Engineering, no, I don't really want that. Writing and medicine, I think that's probably what we're going to take. Writing and medicine right there. And then we're going to go for medicine and scouting probably. Trade and charm. Yeah, I guess trade and charm is probably going to be the way to go here. And then we also want steward and tactics. I'm going to be speccing quite a lot into intelligence and social. That's going to be the thing that we are mostly going to be speccing in here. But I am very much looking forward to getting into a bit of a battle here and there. So I think that's going to be quite fun. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is going to be a bit problematic, isn't it? I feel like we should probably go with riding and polearms. Maybe riding and polearms? Yeah, riding and polearms. Let's do that. And then we can go for the 20. I think we might go for the 20 renown straight off the bat, because what that does is it just makes it easier for us to get to clan tier 1, and that saves us a lot of extra time. Because otherwise, what I'm going to have to do, I mean, I think maybe I already have 25 in charm with just what we have here. Maybe we have 25 in charm, 20 in charm, and we might have to do a task to get to 25. But once we have that, then we can actually start doing tournaments that are going to be extremely easy for us to level up in renown terms. So that shouldn't be that bad. So maybe I don't have to worry about it too much. What about charm and steward? Am I going to need that? Yeah, probably. So I'm thinking charm and steward probably at this point. Let's do that. Even though it's only 5 renown, not a terribly big fan of that, but we are getting a significant amount of charm. So here's the thing. Usually, I'm going to say I'm going to start at age 30 or 40. Most of the time, I like starting at 40 because it provides you with so many more focus points and attribute points. But for this particular challenge, because we only have one character to do as much as we possibly can in the time that we're given, I'm going to start at age 20. This does only provide us with 2 unspent focus points, which is extremely low, just bear that in mind, and 1 unspent attribute point. So we're going to be going with that. And now let's have a look. What are we going to do here? Well, the question is, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Yeah, I'll just do something like that, and then we'll just do this, swap that around, do something like... yeah, I don't really like these colors, to be honest. I'm thinking we'll go for something like this. Yeah, something like that, I guess. That seems kind of okay. And we're going to be calling ourselves Bettild, of course, of course. I mean, who else? Who else is it? And we'll go with, who are we going to go with? We could go with a Byron. What about a Byron? Let's go for a Byron here. Usually we don't do that, so let's do that. And we'll play on Bannerlord difficulty. Obviously, that's what we normally do. I am not going to auto-allocate clan member perks. Usually I do, but I'm not going to do that this time around. And this is going to be a bit of a tough one because I'm not sure if we can even... I don't know if we can even make this work, but let's try it out. Now, I am going to be, of course, having everything on the maximum difficulty here. We do need to... check out what's going on here. I'm going to try to... I'm not entirely sure what to really go for, to be honest. This is a bit of a tough one for me because I'm thinking to myself, how do I make the best of this? How do I make the best of this? I'm thinking right now that what we want to do is we do want to recruit randomly, just, you know, random units here and there. We do want to recruit just, you know, normal recruits most of the time, just to start off with, and then we're going to obviously transition into noble troops as much as we can. Let's actually just see if I can make that work. Okay, here we go. First of all, let's spec our points. I'm going to spec one additional point in trade, one additional, probably quite a few points in medicine, to be honest. I'm going to need medicine to level up really, really quickly. Let's go for another point in intelligence as well. We have no points in one-handed, two-handed. We do have 1 point in pole arms, which I suppose is going to be okay. We're going to be playing with self-promoter here because I'm not going to have any children, so there is no real need for me to do that. Do I have a mount? Yes, I do. I do have a mount. I also have a spear, which is actually extremely, extremely nice. I would like to get a new horse as soon as possible, so let's hope that we can actually do that. We do have some looters right here. Let's fight them. Oh, well, unfortunate for me that there is actually a patrol nearby, so I guess I'm just going to go in for the auto-resolve there. That didn't really give us that much at all, which is very, very sad, but, you know, needs must and all that stuff. So, we need to make extremely efficient choices throughout this entire series. I'm not sure if I can really even do it, to be honest. I have not done any testing on this whatsoever. This is literally just an idea that I came up with because I thought to myself, oh yeah, actually, this might be fun. This might be really, really fun because being able to, well, try to conquer as much of the map as possible with one character's life, I think that should be, I think that's going to be quite fun, or at least quite a bit of a challenge. So yeah, we can use, otherwise we can use anything at our disposal. We can use anything we like. That means we can go, you know, recruiting whoever we want. We can use any builds we want. You know, basically anything goes, with the exception of obviously having children, having a spouse, and so on, because that provides a way to continue the game, obviously, after you're dead. So anyway, we're going to go in for our first battle in quite some time, because obviously in my previous series, we had the pacifist series where we killed 0 people and we conquered the entire map. So yeah, if you want to see that, by the way, there is a link in the description to the playlist and all the other, you know, recent war sales content. So if you want to see any of that stuff, there will be playlists down below, as well as, of course, the mod load order and the mod list that I'm using. Alright, so here we go. Are these guys actually ranged? No, they do seem to be spearmen or something like that. Alright, well, this is going to be a little bit problematic. Let's see if we can actually do this. Ooh, okay. That's kind of harsh. Don't really do that much damage. Okay, here we go, here we go. These guys have... Ooh, these guys have rocks, don't they? Oh, yeah, they have rocks. Nice. Okay, not bad. That guy has a sling as well. Okay, that's not going to be particularly good. Okay, so we're going to be going for a shield wall here, just because. I doubt that's going to make any difference, but it might be kind of nice. Oh, this guy is so slow. We are so slow because we just have no points in pole arms whatsoever. Nice. Nice. Okay, there we go. I'm just trying to weaken them. That's it. I'm just trying to weaken them right now. That's all I want to do. Nice. Okay. If we can just get a little bit more done, I'll be pretty happy with that. There we go. Nice. Okay. Very good. I am playing with fast mode as well, by the way, so obviously that does mean that, as I say, things are going to be going pretty quickly. I don't even know, as I say, I don't even know whether this is even possible, but kind of hope it is. Okay, so how many have we killed so far? We killed 2, and we have 16 people on the field right now. We might actually be okay to go in now. We've actually leveled up already, which is pretty nice. My forces are moving into position. They don't actually have... Whoa, wait a minute. How did that guy even hit me? I had my shield up. All right. Kind of a bit weird. Let's get them into a line. Tell them to charge. We might as well. They're out of position. The enemy is out of position as much as they possibly can be, at least. Let's try to do some damage to this guy before he uses his sling to good effect. And we will otherwise... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're absolutely fine here. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Absolutely destroy the opponent. Really, really nice. Okay, and that's it. There you go. That actually went a lot better than anticipated. I thought to myself, maybe this was going to be a bit tough. But no. We're okay. We're okay. Okay, so let's have a look at what we're actually going to be going for here. I'm thinking we're probably, most likely... I kind of like the Skipari, to be honest. I kind of like them. We could also go for hooked javelins. I mean, these guys are going to be insane. These skirmishers are going to be so extremely strong. So I'm thinking maybe we want to do that instead. Ah, no, look at that. The Skipari also have similar weapons. You know what? Let's go for it. Let's go for the Woodrunners, shall we? Let's go for the Woodrunners. I've not really used Botanian skirmishers in quite some time, so probably going to be a little bit of a rude awakening potentially for us. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, we'll see. And otherwise, let me go over to Dunglanis real fast. And how are we actually doing in terms of money intake right now? Well, we do have a date fruit here, which we can sell for 241. That's extremely nice. I would love to be able to purchase some stuff and maybe... yeah, well, I'd like to get some trade skill. All I really want to do is get to a certain amount of trade skill, and then I'm basically just going to stop. I'm obviously not going to be using everything has a price or anything like that. If we get to that level of trade skill, then that's obviously fine, and, you know, fine and dandy, and, you know, that's all great. But I'm not going to be specifically going for that, obviously. There's no real point in me doing that. Okay, so... we want medicine skill, but we also want trade skill. The thing is, with trade skill, I want to have a specific perk in the trade skill tree, and it is this thing. I want artisan community. That's literally the only thing I want, and we only need to get to 125 to be able to get that. And I think it probably is... I think that's pretty easy. I think that's pretty easy to do. So I hope that we'll be able to do it. I also do need to maybe get some more... I mean, I don't think I really need more charm skill. I think I need some points in leadership, actually. Leadership is definitely going to be extremely powerful for us as time goes on, because we're going to need famous commander to rank up really, really fast. We need renown to go... to go just absolutely crazy. We need it to be leveled up as fast as it possibly can. Alright, so these guys obviously have javelins, and hopefully they're going to be... Yes, they're using them. They're using them to good effect. At least I hope they will be. There we go. I waited a little bit until they got closer, as you can see, for us to actually engage them, because otherwise my forces are just going to run in and do basically no damage. So I was kind of hoping that they'd use their javelins really, really well here. Oh no, I actually took a javelin in my shield. That's not good. We don't want that. Thank you very much. I don't want to block my... That guy went slidey. Did you see that? That guy literally slid across the ground like he was made of... Well, I don't even know what. He was lubed up quite dramatically right there. Okay, I'm not entirely sure whether he just came from a party or something like that. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, let's see what we can do. A little bit of a level up here. What I am going to try to do is find a bandit hideout. I really need to find a bandit hideout as soon as possible right here, in my opinion at least. That's going to be pretty important for us. There's an in and out quest. Don't really want to do that. We will take some more people because we are obviously going to be leveling them up into more wood runners. I actually think I'm actually kind of excited to use Botanian skirmishers. I haven't really used these in quite some time. Like I said, the last time I used these more dramatically, or a variant of these, was in the Berserker series, and they thrown weapon user. They're so fun. They're so fun to use. Okay, so let's see. What am I going for? Yeah, skirmishers. Skirmishers. That's what we're going to go for here. We're not going to convert any of these guys either. Obviously, we're not going to convert any of the prisoners or anything like that. There's no real point in that. I would like to get some... yeah, I'd actually wouldn't mind going in here and actually just helping out the patrol real fast. I'd like to get some medicine skill if at all possible. There we go. We got some of these. Let's get that Botanian peasant as well. Not a big fan of getting the peasants, to be honest, but they are going to level up into Botanian, so I guess that's okay. I mean, the funny thing is, I'm not even as I said, I'm not going for a specific kind of army composition this time around. All I'm doing is just trying my best and trying to get as far as we possibly can. I'm at 24 medicine. We might be able to get to 25 if I just wait here for a little bit of time. If I... Oh, that's such a waste though, isn't it? I feel like that's such a waste of time, isn't it? Okay, wait. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think we should probably sell all of this. Let's sell all of this. That's going to get me 432, 581. All right, that's okay. I'd like to get a new horse as fast as possible, so we're going to be getting this Botanian hobby horse, I think. Or we could get the charger for 200 and something extra. I kind of like the charger, to be honest. I'm going to get the charger. This is going to be quite expensive for us, and definitely something that is... I probably wouldn't recommend this normally, but I don't really like being super slow on the battlefield, because I'm going to get shot, right? I'm going to get shot really fast, and then immediately I'm dead. And then I'm like, oh, I'm dead, and that's kind of bad. Obviously, I'm not... oh, hello. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy 5 of these. No, I'm going to buy more than that. I'm going to buy 10 of these, and we're going to go to Maranath and sell this wine. Wow, this wine is actually selling for an extreme amount. I hope I can get to Maranath in time. As I said, I'm not actually going to be primarily doing trade or anything like that. I'm just doing trade to get a little bit of extra cash, a little bit of extra trade skill and everything. And we are just going to trade these guys a little bit of cash because I don't want to fight them. They are deserters. They're going to absolutely murder us. So I'm just going to get out of the way really fast here and make sure that we get there in time. Yeah, as you can see, the wine is selling for an insane amount, and we're just going to sell all of it. Look at that, 2,400. Really nice. Can we get anything better? Is there anything better here that I can actually buy? I'm thinking probably not, right? Yeah, no, I'm thinking probably not. Silver ore is not really that good. Iron ore, on the other hand, is pretty nice. I might be able to get something there, but I think I'm just going to do this. 28 skill points in trade. Yes, that is what we need. Thank you very much. That is wonderful. Yes, and we also have preventive medicine as well from 25 medicine skill. Absolutely perfect. Now, if there is a tournament somewhere, I would love to do that. I'm not seeing any tournaments. Unfortunately, I'm not entirely sure what I can do about that. Okay, so the question is, do I want to purchase the iron ore for 60? I don't think so, to be honest. I think we should probably leave that alone. I think we should probably just move on from here and just try and see if we can maybe get some better deals somewhere else, and or maybe get into a tournament. I think going into a tournament would be really fun. I'm just going to check the prices in Sionon real fast. As you can see, flax extremely profitable for us in well, Maranath specifically. We might be able to get a couple of these for a really cheap price. Let's actually just get 50. Why not? Let's just get 50. We could get some clay as well. Actually, clay is pointless, I think. Yeah, clay is pointless. Let's get some hardwood instead. Let's get 25 of that, and then we can even... we could get some planks and stuff, but I feel like that's probably not good. Linen does seem amazing, though. Linen does seem very good, so we're going to be getting a little bit of that, too. And then we're going to just make our way back to Maranath real fast. Hopefully, I'm not going to get attacked by those deserters again. Oh, 70! Wow, okay, that is insane. There's a group of 70 deserters. I can't believe that. Okay, that's kind of crazy. Let's sell a lot of these, because we can. We have loads and loads to go here, and I'm going to sell a little bit of the linen here, so we're going to be getting another 15 skill point. Okay, that's kind of amazing. Now let's see, minus 50% cost of bartering for safe passage. Could go for that. Yeah, I guess we will. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter either way. We're going to be going for more points in medicine skill, and we're then going to be making our way over to Dunglanis, because I did see that the trade rumor was going to be very nice for linen. Yeah, it's a little bit better than it was at the other place, so we're just going to be selling everything that we can here, and we're going to get another 3,000, which is extremely good. We could also get some raw silk from here and sell that at Kerban-Seth for a relatively decent profit. Let's get some more food too, just because we're about to starve, which would not be so nice. Oh, very nice. Okay, this is absolutely perfect. We are going to be taking this. right here. As you come into town, the merchant Rylan, the silk vendor, makes you an offer. Local merchants are on edge, awaiting an incoming caravan from Pravend. If you claim that you found its wreckage, yes, if I could speak, if you claim that you found its wreckage looted by bandits, the prices of goods would rise considerably. He offers to pay you 1,000 dinars in addition to whatever extra you can make by selling your own wares once the prices rise. And we are going to be taking this one, which says that we'll swear up and down that you saw the wreckage damaging your reputation, but demand 2,000 dinars instead. Definitely going to be taking that every single day of the week. Thank you very much. We are going to be losing the honest trait, but I don't really mind about that whatsoever. So yeah, trade goods are obviously going to be selling here for a much greater price, but that actually doesn't make any difference to me whatsoever because I'm going to be going over to Kerbanseth and selling all of this stuff that I just picked up. And we're hopefully going to be getting a relatively good amount of money from this. Whoa, not getting a good amount of money from this. Okay. Interesting, interesting. So Sionan is the way to go here. What if I go into the trade screen and actually see if there are any other things that we could potentially buy? Could get some grapes, I suppose. Hardwood is selling at Maranath. Salt is selling at Dunglanis for a decent amount. Let's buy some salt, just a little bit. Sionan, raw silk once more. Yeah, I guess that's okay. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll do that, and our capacity has now been exceeded. Oh, there is actually a tournament going on here. Okay, that's fantastic. We're going to wait until the daytime, and then we're going to be going into the tournament straight away. We do have 3 lords. Oh, no. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, 3 lords available here. This is going to be maybe kind of problematic. Oh, we've got a 2-handed. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we'll prove ourselves to be amazing. Oh yes, there we go. Okay, that seems to be working quite well. Now we can just slice this guy across the face and he's dead. He's out of there. We do have someone on our side here that is actually a lord. He has pretty good stats, I believe. And that's definitely going to provide us with a bit of a problem if we do come into a one-on-one situation with him. Nice. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Okay, that's great. Ah, that guy's trying to shoot me. Okay, no. What? How did... he really didn't do very much damage there, did he? No. Very nice. Okay, yeah, he doesn't have any bow skill, I assume, as a Battanian horseman. Alright, here we go. With the same guy. We're with the same guy on our team. That's pretty nice. Nice. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Good. Okay, that is all we needed. Now we can maybe do some damage. Wonderful. Okay, look at that. I do need to level up my athletics skill as well. So that's going to be something that I'll probably be putting a focus point into relatively quickly. Probably shouldn't have put so many in medicine, but I'm a little bit paranoid about not being able to level it up in time. So that's why I'm doing that. Nice. And maybe we can... just take this guy down. Yep, there we go. Nice. Oh, wonderful. We actually leveled up as well. That is perfect. Bear in mind, obviously, level ups are going to be extremely... much more valuable, actually, than most of the time, because we now no longer have an exceptional amount of focus points when we initially start the game. Because, of course, we're 20. We're 20 years old in comparison to being 40, so... it really makes a big difference. Now we are fighting against this guy, like I said. This is maybe going to be a problem. He's going to definitely outspeed me. Oh, no, maybe not. Okay, no, never mind. Never mind. Okay, apparently he didn't. Okay, so we got 6 renown from that. Obviously, this is exactly the reason why I wanted to get self-promoter as fast as possible, because getting 6 renown, especially in this case, very, very important. I think very important at the very least, because every single time we do a tournament, it's going to be amazingly profitable for us from a renown, from a renown standpoint. We did also get our hands on a new weapon too, but the weapon itself is not that amazing. So, I mean, I can literally just sell that if I want to for another 800, which is pretty crazy. So I kind of like that. I think that's quite fun. We can also sell some of these things once again. Okay, so Maranath is actually buying the silk for some reason. Why is the silk selling for so much here? Okay, that's kind of weird. Yeah, well, I think we'll probably just buy a few more of these. Buy some horses while we can. There we go. And then we're just going to move on to Maranatha. This is actually hilarious that I'm literally just trading between these places over and over again. But it's fine. This is perfectly acceptable. We don't have to really worry about that too much. I'm just looking for tournaments as well. Yes. As you can see, we could sell this for a very nice amount. Look at that, 3,100 already. And we can also sell some of the flax here as well. But if we go to Carve, we'll probably be getting more. We can sell the salt at Dunglanis for a large amount too. So I like that quite a bit. The question is, do I want to get a new spear? I'm thinking yes, I probably do. Do I want to get the Northern Cavalry Spear for 1,000? Yes, I think I probably do. So I will do that. There we go. It's going to cost me, well, actually a little bit, but not too much that it actually starts taking money from me. So I'm pretty happy with that. We're now at 8,750. So all we need to do now is keep a nice little lookout, keep an eye out for some really nice deals. You can see here, salt selling for a really nice amount. Flax is selling for a pretty good amount too, so I can just immediately sell all of that. Buy some fish, buy some grain. Nice, another 5 skill points right there. And then we can go down to Carve and we can just offload the last little bit that we have, and then we should have a pretty good time. Yep, there we go. Just get rid of that clay. Is there anything cheap here? Yeah, we could get some silk for 32 if we wanted to. I'm not sure if that's particularly worthwhile. I'll buy some cheese though. I think some cheese is probably going to be kind of nice. Then we'll go to Dunglanis real fast. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try, if I can, I want to purchase a workshop as fast as possible. Purchasing a workshop is going to be extremely lucrative for us. It just very much depends on if I'm going to be able to pull it off before, before we run out of good places to go to with it. You know, like for example, basically, if we can get something going, we're going to be having a fantastic time. If we can't, then we might have some problems. Let's just go for another point in... No, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I am not going to go for another point in trade. I am going to be going for another point in athletics. As I said, we are going to need to do that. Let's get some... I was actually thinking about combat movement speed this time, but no, I think we're going to be going for well-built. +5 hit points to foot troops in our party. Way too good, in my opinion, to say no to that. We are also going to be going for... well, the question is, I'm thinking we need social skill, right? We need social and we need intelligence. So I'm going to go for intelligence here. And did I actually pick up any? Yeah, I picked up some pottery. Where is it good? Carve? Really? Okay, I went there just now. So I guess pottery is relatively good over here. Hopefully it is going to be. And then we should maybe be able to purchase some. Yeah, it's absolutely insane here, actually. Surprisingly good. Okay, so we could just sell all of that for 2,000. And then, well, is there anything else that I want to pick up here? I could get some planks and sell them at Maranatha, but I don't think we're going to do that. We got another 2 skill points. Okay, so can I afford anything here? Let's take a look. There's a wood workshop here, and I think this is going to be insanely good. Let's see. Hardwood. They don't have any hardwood. What? How do they not have any hardwood when they have 2 villages? They literally have 2 villages. What? This is actually insane. Okay, I am going to try to buy the wood workshop if I can. 11,000. There we go. Yeah, 11,800. That is absolutely perfect. We now still have around 1,200, which is okay. It's not amazing because we are not going to be able to pay our wages with the workshop for quite some time. But I will be able to test out my new spear against these looters. And I'm very much looking forward to that. As I said, in our previous playthrough that we had, we were playing pacifist only. And, well, I had a hankering for some battles. So I'm very pleased that we're back in it in terms of that. Because I do enjoy a little bit of pokey action. And we do have that going on in spades here. So let's see if I can do some damage to these guys before they murder me. Oh dear. Yes. I was like, oh yes, they have spears as well. That's not very good. There we go. Nice damage. And maybe, just maybe, we'll be okay. I'm actually just going to tell my forces to just come a little bit closer. Nice. Oh, that was a nice headshot right there. Nice. I like that. Okay, can I get a little bit more? Oh, why did I put away my shield? Okay, my mouse is breaking. Oh, I like it. That's great. Okay, so yeah, we're otherwise just... Yeah, nice. Good little thrust. Oh yeah, this is doing so much more damage now. And this just goes to show, upgrading your horse really, really early on, I think makes a huge difference. I know, because whenever I'm, I don't know, whenever I'm playing any other playthrough, I've never really upgraded my horse super, super fast. And I always kind of question why, because it's one of those big pain points, or at least I personally think it's a pretty big pain point. I don't really like it. You know, I don't really like running around with a really, really slow horse, because in a battle, it feels really bad. You know, it feels like you are at a great disadvantage to have such a slow horse, because you're going to eventually, you know, get yourself killed as a result of that. It's going to be very sad. Anyway, let's have a look here. What do we get? Okay, tell your men that they... okay, yes. It was a hard-fought battle, and these guys want revenge against one of our... well, some of our prisoners. So, in other words, we are going to increase morale by 10, and we're going to lose 3 prisoners as a result of that, which is absolutely fine. I mean, I don't really mind about the merciful trait either, to be honest. I think that's perfectly fine right there. And what I am going to try to do... Let's have a look here. Yeah, we need to do more... Generally, we need to do more tournaments. We need to do more tournaments, and we need to do more battles. Can I actually do a battle here? This guy is running after the same person. How annoying. Okay, wait. Can I actually... Oh, you know, I might be able to catch up with him. Mountain bandits? I wouldn't mind fighting those mountain bandits. Let's go in for a nice auto-resolve here. Maybe level up my medicine skill a little bit. I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to do that. There's a hideout. Ooh, okay. Actually, you know what? We're going to do that in just a second. I know some people don't really like the bandit hideouts, so if you don't like the bandit hideout gameplay or anything like that, then that's absolutely fine. You can skip ahead if you so desire, and then you don't have to suffer through it, because apparently that is a big suffering for people. I don't know why, to be honest, because it is, in my opinion, really fun. But yeah. Anyway, they've actually added this ability now where you can wait until the day to assault it, or you can sneak in. You should have more than 20 healthy troops. Yeah, that's also a thing. They've changed how many troops you actually need to be able to get in here, which I personally really, really like, because that means that what you can now do is you can literally get the maximum that you can currently field, and then you can go in after that, which I personally think is an amazing change. I think that's really, really good, because beforehand it was actually 25 troops, and you would need to get to clan tier 1, or you'd need to level your steward skill a little bit to be able to get to 25. But now, at the very beginning of the game, you will be able to go into hideouts whenever you want, as long as you have 20 troops, which I personally think is a really, really nice thing. So I like that a great deal, to be honest. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. I'm going to have to be a little bit sneaky. Let me see. Okay, there's a guy right there. Okay. Am I actually stabbing him? I can't even see, because my speed up button is on X, so it also changes the stance of my dagger, so that's a bit problematic. This guy is coming down here. Is he going to come back this way? Yeah, he's going to come back this way. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait. Like this. And murder. Boom. And this is where we're going to power level. We're going to power level our roguery skill, power level our athletics skill, as you can see, as well as our one-handed. It's going to be pretty nice. And I'm going to just be kind of careful about this, because obviously I do have, I think, stealth on the highest difficulty. I don't know whether it is actually the highest difficulty, to be honest, but I think it is. And we're going to be... Yeah, we're perfectly fine here. Let's just move on. This guy is looking a little bit dangerous. How are we doing? How are we doing? You're going to turn around in just a second, aren't you, sir? Yes. I'm almost 100% certain he will. Am I stabbing, by the way? I can't even see. I think I am stabbing. Okay, here we go. Nice. Very good. And there it is. All right, that was nice. Okay, very, very quick. And as you can see, we leveled up our athletics really, really nicely there. And I only have one focus point in it. So just think about that, right? Think about the fact that technically, I could have had 5 focus points in this thing, and we could have leveled our athletics probably to maybe 90, maybe to 100 at this point. And in my opinion, that would have been pretty incredible. I do have to be a little bit careful here because I don't really want to die in this situation. So I might actually have a problem because my forces might actually die. Are we going to lose? Oh no, this would be pretty bad if we did. Nice. Okay, we did it. Okay, no, we did it. Okay, great. Okay, so we just need to eliminate the bandit boss, and then we're fine. And then we're okay. Then we can actually do some pretty cool things. I will duel him. Not sure what happened with the lag there, but all right. Okay. Roguery skill also maybe going to come in a little bit handy because obviously the roguery skill is going to hopefully translate into some early game profit. Kind of hoping for that. As you can see, we do get some pretty... Oh, no, actually not bad. Look at this. We're getting some spice. I haven't actually seen spice before. Okay, that's pretty cool. And we do have some braces here as well, and we'll just take the rest. Yeah, so we do actually get some loot for this too now, which is pretty fun. Beforehand, we weren't really getting anything like that. So, gonna go back to Siona now, or if I can maybe go... you know what? Let's actually just go in here real fast. Yeah, I don't really want Imperial troops if I can deal with that. There we go. Okay, that's a little bit better. Can we get some... Yep. Look at my trade skill. Did you see my trade skill just level up right there? Yeah, my trade skill is leveling up super dramatically. You see my trade skill right here? I just want to show you. There it is. I got 14 skill points in trade, +1, +2, +2, +2. So, yeah, basically a 20 increase right there, which is pretty crazy. And that is all thanks to our wonderful, as you might expect, our wonderful workshop. And yeah, I'll be the first to admit I don't actually like workshops. I'm not a big fan of the workshop system, but I feel like they have actually refined them really nicely now, and I feel like they perform really quite well this time. You know, a little bit more effective than they used to be, which I very much appreciate because beforehand they were awful. I felt like they were really bad and really annoying to deal with. But yeah, nowadays they're actually cool. So kind of happy with that. Anyway, there you go. Okay, so let's just go to a couple of nearby towns. As you can see, we are actually making some profit here as well. And is there a tournament there? No, there wasn't a tournament. I need to level up my medicine skill some more. So more auto resolves. Come on, let's get after that guy. There we go. Thank you very much. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, I should probably sell my prisoners, shouldn't I? Yeah, I was actually kind of hoping that we'd be able to look for a manual laborer task, and then we could potentially offload our people in there. But I think I'm going to need to go down into Vlandian territory for that. I don't think these guys are... There's a bandit base. I could potentially do the bandit base quest. I'm not sure where they're really asking me to go for that, so let's just remember that it's Tourmalina. And then we can maybe come back here in just a second. Let's just do this. We got this guy. Do we want him to join us? He's got steward skill, medicine skill, engineering skill, and indeed trade. I could potentially get him as a caravan if we wanted to. But do we want to do that? Not really, actually. Not really. Surprisingly enough, usually I would say, yes, we want to do that immediately. But in this case, actually, probably not. Okay, flax, we can obviously sell this for a pretty decent amount because we just bought it for a very cheap price. For 3, I think? 3 each one or something like that. So yeah, we're going to be getting some pretty nice stuff there. And indeed, there is a quest in this village. Unfortunate that it's not the one that we need, though. No, it's not the one that we need. So we're going to be making our way out of here. Oh, there's actually a tournament. A tournament literally just popped up here. That's perfect. All right. That means let's go ahead and do it. So my workshops gather trade rumors. I guess we'll do that, even though I'm not really a big fan of that, to be honest. But yeah, we'll do it. And we'll go for Fury here. And we'll go for wrapped handles, give myself some more handling percentage, which is always quite nice. And we'll go for one more point in trade just to make sure I do get to that 125. And then we'll otherwise probably go for scouting skill. There we go. And then, yeah, back into the tournament we go. We're going to get an Iron Banner. What is the Iron Banner for? Decreased melee damage taken. All right, pretty nice. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good, actually. Not bad. Yes, so we do have 2 fully fledged vassals in this one. Because beforehand, we weren't really fighting against actual vassals. We were actually fighting against minor faction. So, oh dear. This might be a problem. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty big problem. Unfortunately, my Vlandian champion is outnumbered. But we are, I think, through. No, we're not. Okay, we're not through. Wow. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I mean, that just goes to show that's exactly what happens when you're up against someone that has much better skills than you do. But that's okay. Now, usually, you know, other people, they're probably going to be like, oh no, I don't want to show that. But no, I'm actually showing everything. I'm going to show absolutely every single thing that I can right here, because I want you to see exactly what kinds of trials and tribulations we actually go through to get to the points that we get to, right? So, in other words, making our way through, trying to make sure that we actually get to a point where we can well, hopefully conquer really, really fast. Obviously, this is my first attempt at this, so I'm not entirely sure if we're going to be able to make this work, but let's try it out. So we do have Sea Raiders. We've got to take a bit of a risk here. So these Sea Raiders, there's 17 of them. We only have 20 people. I can only hope that we're going to have a pretty good time. Yeah, for some reason, wait a minute. Do I have archers? Yes, I apparently have some archers here. Okay, interesting. Yeah, all right, so let's just do that. Yeah, we have some highborn youths. They will eventually level up into Batinian Fian champions, and as we know, they are amazing. But what I want to do is, I'm actually going to do this. We're going to tell our forces to hold fire. Every single one of them will hold fire right now. And what we're going to do is, we're just going to wait until the enemy gets a little bit closer. Now we're going to tell them that they can fire off their javelins. I'm going to have to be a little bit careful here, because I don't want to get skewered in the face myself by these guys' javelins. They will murder us really, really easily. Why am I using my sword? Am I an idiot? Yes, sometimes. There we go. Nice damage. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. We're ending up losing some people, but that's also not too bad. Good. Sea Raider Chief immediately eliminated. Very nice. Can kill that Sea Raider as well. Now we can tell our forces to charge in, because our Sea Raider friends here are running in solo by themselves. They're running in single file, basically, which is exactly what we wanted them to do. If they run in single file, they are just going to get murdered. I can't believe I missed that thrust. Wow, he was literally standing right there, but yeah, we apparently just got ourselves completely murdered. Let's actually see. There we go. Nice. And that's it. Wonderful. Okay, so taking a risk apparently did pay off here, I guess. I mean, 3.5 renown is pretty decent. I mean, obviously, if I had won that tournament, it would have been even better. But yeah, we can't always get lucky, I guess. Anyway, we'll just let that go. Ooh, nice. Ooh, very, very, very good. We did get our hands on a very nice helmet. Let's just continue on with there. Okay, so we have another tournament here. Okay, this is pretty nice. Okay, so if I can actually, yeah, okay. Let's see if we can make this work. So let's just sell all of this, sell the butter. Why not? Might as well sell the butter. Yeah, okay, so we are going to go into another tournament, but I would like to rest a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough time to do that, but let's just rest somewhat, because as you can see, we're at 65% at the moment, and I would like to potentially get somewhat higher. Okay, what about now? I think this is going to have to be it. Oh, 7. Oh, no. There are 7 lords in the tournament this time. Okay, that's going to be a bit... I think that's probably going to be a bit harsh. Ooh, nice damage. We got 5 skill points in crossbows as well. Pretty good. Unfortunately, that's not going to help us that much. Nice. Okay, good damage. Don't die now. Don't die now. Whoever you are on my team. Nice. Good work, good work. And now all we need to do is just clobber the red team. The remnants of the red team. Good. Okay. I'm a bit worried about this, to be honest. Suffice it to say. Nice. This guy should beat me. Okay, apparently he didn't. He should have easily beaten me right there. He had so much... I mean, he should have had so much more weapons skill, but apparently he decided that he was just going to die. So, interestingly enough... Ooh, got shot in the back. Where am I getting shot from? Over there? Oh yeah, that guy over there. Okay. Well, my guy should be able to eliminate him. Yeah, that guy's literally just ignoring it. Okay, very nice. Now we've got one-on-ones. Okay, wow. Okay, kind of interesting. Oh, we got a horse too. Okay, yeah, it should be pretty easy, or not, as the guy decided to block. Yes, he decided to block. How dare he use all of the equipment that he has at his disposal? How dare he do such a thing? Yeah. That's classic. Yeah, that's a true classic. What is he actually doing right now? Why is he switching to one-handed? Interesting. I guess I'm going to try and just eliminate his horse. I think that's probably going to be the best course of action here. If he's going to consistently block all the time, the only thing I can really do is make sure that his horse goes down so that we can then deal with him while he is infantry. This is very, very unlikely to work out in my favor, by the way. Because of this. Yes, because of that. And also that. You see? So I'm going to get off my horse here. Oh, okay. Okay, that is the funniest thing I have ever seen. Now we've just changed roles. This is hilarious. And now I've done 47 damage to him, which is even funnier because he's literally just letting me do damage to him now. If I had full HP at the start of this, I probably would have been in a great position, but as it... Well, yep. That's what we get, isn't it? Yeah, that's what we get. But yeah, he does have better skills than we do. That's the point. He does have better skills than we do, and that's how things are going to go, isn't it? I mean, let's have a look at him actually. Let's have a look at him and see what he's all about, because you can see here he literally has 175 in one-handed. He has 186 in polearms, and in comparison, poor little Byron has, well, he doesn't even have enough to have it show up on his character sheet, which is hilarious in itself. But there you go. All right, so let's have a look here. Lose 2 of my troops. Yeah, lose 2 of my troops. Perfectly fine with doing that. I don't mind. Okay, so we do have a hideout here. Is there a quest actually to do the hideout? I guess there would be. Yeah, no, we probably want to go the other direction, don't we? Yeah, we probably want to go the other direction. Let's actually just stay away from these guys if we can. The deserters are going to be always quite annoying. And we did level up. So yeah, now we finally have this. So we're just going to get artisan community straight away. And then we're just going to be getting more intelligence and another point in probably Stewart's Guild. I think that sounds pretty good. All right, so we're otherwise going to just go for a bunch of Battanians now. And I'm going to try to get some of the nobles as well, because we do have a small amount of passive income from our workshop. We are obviously going to attempt to do better than that. It's unfortunate that we've now lost 2 tournaments. Ugh. Not entirely sure what was even going on there, but yeah, we can try our best to do a little bit better now. Let's go for Kerban Seth, and we could go... What about Osterkin? Osterkin is buying stuff for not that much. Yeah, no, we'll go to Caravanserai, I suppose. And yeah, we should probably buy another workshop somewhere. So where do we want to buy it? Well, that's the question. We should probably take a look and see what the NPCs have, but we don't currently have the money to do that yet. So we'll see what happens with it. Let's just sell some of this for a little bit of cash. Sell some meat as well. We also have, oh, loads of hardwood. Loads of planks. Going to buy all the planks. And we can go to Pencannock and literally sell those. And then we'll stop off at Osterkan as well. We already got 150 in trade skill. Literally 150 in trade skill. That is actually insane. And now we can... Well, minus 50% wages paid while waiting in settlements. Or minus 25% mercenary troop wages. Well, it's pretty obvious what we're going to go for there, I guess. And we should probably go for... Do we want scouting? Do we want tactics? I think more tactics skill is probably going to be the way to go here, because I am going to be doing a couple of auto-resolves just to level up my medicine skill, and I do want to try and win those battles if at all possible. So we do have really, really nice trades here. Really, really nice trades there. There's another 6,500. Obviously, we don't really care too much about the trade skill right now. Trade skill does not matter anymore. That is not what we need. All we needed to do was get to 125. And if we get any more than that, then that's absolutely fine. But what we really want to do is try to get as much money as possible. Money is what is really going to, you know, make the greatest difference here. Okay, so we do have this. Oh, hilarious. Iron ore is significant discount right there. Very nice. I can immediately go to Pencannock and then go to Caravanserai straight after that and make massive money. So, Pencannock it is. Generally, what I'm looking for is not significant long trade routes. I don't want long trade routes. I want, you know, these really, really nice short little trades so that I make a decent amount of cash easily. I don't really care about making the most amount of cash, but a decent amount of cash, right? Because, of course, you know, I could definitely make more money by, well, going further afield. But do I really want to go further afield when we are already making significant amounts? You know, we're already having very, very good income here, and I can increase it even further. Very, very nice just by doing this. And we could... Revolt not looking particularly good right there. Yeah, no, this is not looking great. I mean, I could go with the oil and sell it at Revolt for a decent amount. Velvet selling at Revolt for 900. Highly doubt that's the case, but I'm going to try it nevertheless. And we could also possibly... We might be able to get a smithy or something like that, because there is an iron ore village there, but I'd like to get the smithy ideally in Epicrotia. Epicrotia is probably one of the best for that, but we can sell the velvet for 500, which I guess is good enough, and we can sell some of the salt at Pencannock if we want to. No, I don't think we're going to do that. Okay, let's just take a look and see if there is actually a smithy available here, because if they don't have one, then obviously the AI believes that it's not profitable, and so if that's the case, we could probably just move on. What do we have here? Flax? Aha, this might be good, because flax is going to be linen. Yep. All right, let's do it. Let's buy this if we can. I highly doubt we're going to be able to. 21,000. All right, that's going to be... it's kind of unfortunate. Oh, there is a tournament going on here. I am a little bit better this time because we have HP. So, okay, come on now. Come on now. You're behind me, right? You're behind me. Let's do this. Okay, here we go. I can hopefully make sure that we win this one. Nice headshot. Was that a headshot? I think so. Okay. Well, that's not very nice. What? This guy really wants to kill us. What is going on here with this guy? Okay, well, what? Oh, that is hilarious. I got shot by that guy over here. My guy is definitely going to die. Are we even going to get through? I think maybe we will. I mean, my guy's getting absolutely clobbered here by two of them. Are we... Yeah, we did get through. Oh, okay, that's surprising. All right, well, that's I guess good enough. Let's see if we can manage to survive this time. I mean, these guys all have really, really good stats. So that's definitely making a huge difference for them. I could go for a couch lance here. Nice. Killed his horse instantly. And we could go for another one. Nice. Instant kill on that one. Very good. That is what we like. And maybe we could get a little bit more. Maybe we can get a little bit more. That guy's getting on another horse. That's fine. Okay, let's see if we can actually get them to fight each other. I'm kind of hoping that they will. Yes, yes. Okay, no. Yes. Okay, good damage. Nice. Okay, a little bit of a hit from me. Not the greatest amount of damage there, but that's okay. And now we can probably finish her off with the one-handed. Possibly. We are both just as feeble as each other, apparently. Nice. Okay, there you go. Did it. Fantastic. Whew. That is a little bit more difficult than you'd think. Oh, no, we're up against her again. Okay, well, this is not going to work out too well. Oh, okay. Apparently it's okay. She just did not bother to attack. That's kind of strange. All right, well, that's fine with me. I'm kind of hoping that we're going to be able to deal with this guy relatively easily as well, but unfortunately, they do tend to block quite often. And then blocking does make everything a little bit more uncomfortable for us. Oh, nice. Oh, he was out of position. Absolutely perfect. Nice couch lance. That was a good couch lancing decision right there. And we did get to Renown 6. So, yeah, that's pretty good. We did get, well, we didn't get to Renown 6, but we did receive 6 Renown, which is very, very nice, because that means that I'm going to be even closer. Yeah, as you can see right there, we only need another 9. If I had won both of those tournaments beforehand, we would have had Clan Tier 1 by now. That is obviously the whole point, you know? Alright, so the question is, do I want minus 10% trade penalty for mounts and an increase of carry capacity for pack animals in our party? No, not really. But nomadic traditions doesn't really give us that much anyway, so I will just go with that. But yeah, not really the greatest thing ever, but yeah, I guess it's going to have to do for the moment. Let's go in and try and see if we can fight these. Ugh. Yes, I was like, oh yeah, let's go and fight these guys. Let's try to get a nice little auto resolve on them. But no, we got a little bit unlucky there. All right, so these guys no longer have the Bandit hideout quest, unfortunately, so we won't be able to do anything with that. But we could go into a battle here. Yes, we can. Nice little auto resolve. Little bit of loot. I'd like to try and see if we can find some more people like that, some higher tier enemies. We probably should go on the ocean soon, but as I said, I do need some more money to continue buying things. Oh, really? They literally just gave up. Okay, they just gave up. Okay, well, that is not exactly great. I didn't want them to do that, but at least we're at Epicrotia now. So being at Epicrotia does mean that I might be able to buy the smithy here, which I very much appreciate. Look at that, another 700 from the weapon we can sell. Massive amounts of really, really nice trade goods here actually as well. As you can see, the iron ore is very cheap here too, and I think that might... yeah, that might be really nice. Okay, so linen weavery, let's see, brewery, what? No one has... wait a minute, are they serious? That's super weird. Why would you not take advantage of the iron ore here? This doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, so let's see. Brewery. Why do they have a brewery? Are there 2 grains nearby? I guess the brewery is probably going to be the way to go. So I will buy a brewery from one of these guys. Yeah, I guess I'll buy it from this guy. How much is he going to ask? 26,000. Yeah, no wonder, right? No wonder. So how much is the linen weavery making? Let's have a look. 26,000. Okay, so basically 26,000 across the board here. That's kind of unfortunate. We need 10,000 to be able to make that happen. That's kind of sad, isn't it? Alright, so I'm gonna buy some sumpter horses here, even though it is more expensive than in other places, but I think it's kind of important because I'm actually going to be buying a huge amount of flax, loads of wine, as well as clay. Now this is obviously going to result in some really nice profit once we get back to Epicrotia, and we can maybe I can buy some velvet too. I don't really, I'm not sure if this is going to really provide us with that much profit. Probably not, to be honest, but I guess it's kind of okay. I mean, I did just eat up my profit with the horses because I obviously purchased a bunch of horses, so that's a bit of a problem. Whoa, Lucon literally just died. Lucon just died? Are you serious? That fast? He was only 64. That is not actually that old. Kind of weird. Okay, I'd like to fight those deserters if at all possible. Can they fight me? Yep, there we go. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to go in for... Should we go in for an auto-resolve here, or should we just... No, you know what? I'm going to fight them. I'm going to fight them normally here. So we'll go for a... the question is, what do I want to go for here? There's so many different things I want to go for. Okay, let's go for pole arms, because I am using that most of the time at the moment. And hopefully we're going to be okay. I don't know whether we're going to be okay on this one, because these guys are high tier. They are high tier units. Let's do the same thing that we did beforehand. We're just going to leave our forces on hold fire at this point, and we're hopefully going to be able to utilize our skirmishers really nicely here. At least that's the hope, right? That's the hope. Okay, so let's see what we can do. I'm going to have to be a little bit careful about the enemy as well, because I obviously don't want to get shot, sniped myself. And you can see here that they're already trying to do that. Let's try and have them fire at will now. Okay, let's see what happens. It should be pretty okay. What was he doing? Did you see that? That was kind of weird. I'm not entirely sure why he was insisting on using his bow, but there you are. Anyway, there we are. It's pretty nice. Not too bad, I guess. We are at Clan Tier 1 now, by the way, so what we're going to do is I'm immediately going to become a mercenary for one of our wonderful friends here. I'm thinking we're probably going to be joining the Battanians. Because while I did want to purchase, obviously I wanted to purchase a workshop in Epicrotia, I think it's probably not going to work out. I think it's probably not going to be super amazing here. So yeah, we are going to do something about that. I'm just going to get rid of a bunch of flax, sell all the wine, just get rid of all the wine right there, sell a lot of the clay, sell all the clay actually, sell all the flax, why not? Get rid of it all, there we go. And the velvet is not doing very well here, but I'm going to sell it nevertheless. And we can get some fish, I guess, get a little bit of fish right there. And then we can obviously sell some of our other stuff here too, which I will do. There we go, another 9,000 for us, 9,300, very good. Okay, so we're at 20,000 right now, and what I want to do is I want to join the Battanians as a mercenary. So let's see if we can make that happen. If I can, I'll be extremely pleased. Okay, let's see. Yeah, if I can find someone, or maybe I should just send them a message or something like that. Caladog is literally right here. Okay, I guess I will just speak to him then. Hello there, sir. Okay, I would like to enter your service. 250. What? He's literally providing us with 250. That is actual insanity right there. I don't know what he's doing. What is he doing? Why is he giving me so much? Why is he giving me so much? I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look. What does the... Oh, yeah, I know this. This also has... Oh, yeah, this has been reworked a little bit. So, yeah, it might not work out too well. Let's have a look. Pottery, wool weavery. Pottery? Clay? Ah, there's quite a clay. Oh, yeah, there's quite a lot of clay nearby. Okay, yeah. Pottery shop. Let's try and buy the pottery shop if we can. How much? 23,000. Okay, 23,000 is not actually that much. Can I make it there? No. Unfortunate that I can't. Unfortunate that I can't. Okay, we're going to have to do something about that. I'm not sure what we can do, but yeah, we're going to have to come back here and purchase the pottery shop. That's going to be the way to go. I really... Ooh, can't really do battle with these guys yet. Gonna just recruit some more people while I can. Unfortunately, they got crushed by those patrols. Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate, isn't it? Yeah, I can't really do much more than this. Oh, no. Now he's literally just giving up. You imbecile. I don't know why they're doing that. I don't know why. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, let's get some more of those highborn Botanians. And we have these guys. Ah, 13 forest bandits. Come back here. Yes. Are they serious? They just gave up. They just gave up. I don't want you to give up, you imbeciles. I want you to fight. Oh, well, never mind. I guess that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. I really do need the influence, though. Oh, we're running into Vlandian territory. This might be a bit problematic. I could fight some villagers if I want to become dishonorable. Wait a minute. We have some people that can actually join us here from those deserters, so I will do that. Let's try and get these looters to fight us. Gonna be pretty easy. No, there we go. Now you better fight. There we are. Okay, so they're actually gonna fight us. We're getting 3 influence for this, which is kind of decent, I guess. I would like to do some more tasks if at all possible. So I think what we'll do is we'll look out for a bandit hideout quest if we can. I am obviously going to attempt to do as much damage as possible to a variety of people, if I can. Let's just get some meat from that guy. Extortion by deserters at Usank. Okay, extortion by deserters. Do I have enough people to be able to win a battle against deserters? I have 19 volunteers. That's the problem here. Yeah, we're going to have to do something about that. So that means... Oh, no, the Botanians have just gotten captured by the Vlandians. Oh, dear. That's very bad, isn't it? Yes. Okay, come on, looters. Fight me. You don't want to fight? Come on. There's literally 13, 16 of you. You should easily be able to do this. Okay, we're just going to go in for the auto-resolve once again. Another 2.2 influence. I'm basically just trying to get as much influence as possible at this point. As much experience as well for our people. It's going to be very important that they do that. Yeah, I'd like to get to 23,000 though. That's obviously my main concern at this point. The question is it worth me actually running after these guys? Oh, hello. There's a caravan. Oh, they went in there. Of course they did. Oh, well. Never mind. Okay, let's take a look and see if there are some better trades to do here. Yeah, I could sell some of this iron ore. For 2,500? That's actually pretty nice. Okay, yeah, let's do that. And then we'll just sell the rest of what we have here. We could potentially buy some more horses if we wanted to, but I don't think it's particularly necessary. What about meat? No. Beer? No. I'm not seeing anything here, mostly because I don't really have very many trade rumors, but I guess that's okay for the moment. I now have 25,000, so I should be able to return to Maranath and actually purchase that pottery shop, which is definitely going to be advisable for us. I want to try to get these workshops up and running as fast as possible. Very important that we do that. Let's do this. I want to buy the pottery shop. There we go, 24,000. Thank you very much. And now we can just wait here for a little bit of time. I'm not really wanting to wait a significant amount of time for any particular reason. I'm just making sure that we don't get ambushed when we exit the town by any massive deserter party or something like that, because that can happen. The Botanians are literally getting some massive, massive wins. Or should we say, never mind, not the Botanians, losses they are actually having. The Vlandians are the ones that are absolutely murdering us. So this is very interesting. Gonna sell, or not sell, but I'm gonna get rid of this guy. Actually, you know what? I think I can probably donate him. Yeah, I could probably donate him for... Ooh, yeah, we could probably get some really nice relation, actually. Yeah, we can get some nice relation as a result of this. So let's do this. We don't have anyone else. That's it, really? That was kind of pointless. There we go. 11 influence. Not bad. Alright, so we do have a couple of perks to get here, so I'm going to get Frugal. That sounds pretty nice. We'll get Combat Tips. I always like getting that. And we're going to get Pathfinder as well, make us a little bit faster there. And then we will probably be going for Braced. Yeah, sounds kind of nice. Now, Focus Point. What are we going to do? Well, I'm thinking right now we'll probably go for Leadership here. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the greatest possible thing we could do. Let's have a look. Oh, gain 50 influence. Yes. Okay, that's insane. Knowing your reputation as a trader, two merchants in Sionan are asking you to arbitrate a dispute between them. The two had drawn up a contract wherein each partner had a half share in an incoming shipment of wine. When it arrived, however, the sea captain demanded twice the price. The wealthier of the two partners was at the docks. He took the initiative and purchased the goods, deciding to take a loss for the sake of his reputation as a reliable supplier to the local taverns. But the second is poorer and wants out of the deal. Alright, so we're going to say the letter of the contract would favor the wealthier partner. Merchants should be careful what they sign. We're going to go for that. Yeah, and we're going to just get 50 influence. 50 influence is going to be insanely good here. Really, really good here, actually. And there's a really good reason for that, because we've just become a mercenary. We've just become a mercenary. You'll see exactly how much cash we make after the tournament. Now, let's go into the tournament. We obviously want to get this for the renown gains. I actually really like doing Battanian tournaments as well. Battanian tournaments are really, really fun, because they give you these big two-handed swords, and they're really, really fun to use. And hopefully I'm not going to get shot in the face. Nope. Almost. Yeah, so they give you these really big two-handed swords, and they're always really fun. So I kind of like doing the Battanian Battanian tournaments. They're also very dangerous. So obviously this is kind of a problem in itself. Oh no. Are you serious? No, 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 no. Oh no. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, 2 versus 1. Not in a million years. Not in a million years. Yep, team's disqualified, of course. Of course we are. Oh well, never mind. I mean, I guess we don't really need the renown that badly. I mean, not anymore, you know. Basically, the entire point for me getting self-promoted really, really early on was to try to rush for the, you know, Clan Tier 1, try to become a mercenary really, really quick. Yeah, that kind of thing. But anyway, I guess we're going to get to see how much cash we're going to make in just a second. It's going to be kind of incredible. Yep, there you go, 3,000. We literally just made 3,000 in cash instantly. Just from that. We're also now making another 2,000. Really, really nice. Unfortunately, these guys want to come in with us on this fight. Not a particularly big fan of that. Are my people actually leveling up? No, they're taking quite a long time to level up, unfortunately. We could fight this caravan. Yes. The caravans are way too fast, unfortunately. Oh, what's this? The armies and people of Battania are exhausted from the conflict with Vlandir and have given up the fight. Caladog must accept the terms of defeat and pay war reparations in the amount of 459,000. These expenses will be distributed among all the clans of the kingdom. He also pledges to pay a daily tribute, and the shame of defeat will cost him 3,100 influence. Now, thankfully for me, I don't think I actually have to pay that. Yes, I don't think I actually have to pay that, which is quite funny. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy. That means I don't have to worry about it too much. What I am going to do, though... Wow, are we at war against everyone? No, we're not at war against the Vlandians anymore, so this is obviously going to be extremely good for us, because that means I could probably go down to where there will most likely be a Sea Raider hideout. And I might be able to farm some Sea Raiders for some experience, which would be quite nice. If I could actually get my hands on them. Really? If they are here? Hello, Silk Vendor. That would be amazing to attack. Can I attack? Very close. Very close. Yes! Okay, oh, do we even want to do this? Yeah, I kind of do. I kind of do, but we are, as you can see, we are actually outnumbered here. Well, not outnumbered, but they are more powerful than we are. So if we lose this, this could be really bad, you know? This could be extremely, extremely bad. So let's actually see what we can do here. Gonna tell my forces once again to hold fire. It might be really, really good for us, for the enemy to rush their cavalry in. And I think they might do that. Let's take our forces into the trees here. Yep, here they come. Alright, this is perfect. So, yeah, fire at will. Let's move these guys over here, these guys there. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Now we can hopefully do some damage ourselves. Yeah, look at that. They instantly sniped that guy. Nice hit. Oh, nice hit, nice hit, nice hit. That's all we needed. Now I can hopefully snipe this guy as well. Nice. That's it. Absolutely perfect. And they don't have anyone else nearby. Are they actually coming over? No, they're not. Of course they're not. Okay. Kind of makes sense, I guess. Considering. But I was kind of thinking that they would definitely want to charge in as soon as... Oh, really? Okay. Did you see the damage? You saw the damage on this guy. Wow, okay, that's kind of crazy. I'm not entirely sure what are they even using. Oh, they have hired crossbowmen. I guess that might be the reason. Well, at least the cavalry are now starting to charge. Decent-ish damage, nothing too dramatic. Ah, there's a bandit base near this village here. Alright, let's do it. Yes, I would love to be able to do this. Unfortunately, the caravan that we were attempting to attack, that didn't really go very well. Let's just say that. That didn't really go very well, so I kind of just left it. And we are now going to sneak in, and we're going to do some damage. Yes, going to do some damage to the hideout itself. Hopefully we're going to get some nice experience with our forces here as well. That's going to be the main hope that I have here. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna sneak a little bit. I've got to be a bit careful about this guy. He's going to enter vision range of that other fellow really, really soon. I'm not sure if that other fellow is going to even get... maybe he's not even going to see him. No, he's not even going to see him from there. That's quite funny. Alright, we can probably do something quite nice here. There we go. And I'm going to have to wait until this guy actually turns around, I think, probably. Yep, there we go. And there it is. Okay, nice and easy right there for us. Let's switch to our other weapon here. It may very well be quite likely that I might just get killed here, which would not be good, because that automatically fails the mission, as far as I'm aware. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to run away from this, primarily. Just going to run away, kind of, and just let my forces do the damage. And hopefully they're going to gain some decent, yeah, kind of decent enough experience from doing this as well, which would be very useful for us. Because that's actually primarily what I'm looking for here. I'd very much like to have these guys level up and hopefully get to a high enough tier so that we can actually start fighting some proper vassals. I don't fight duels with brigands. I'm going to let my forces handle you. I don't have a shield in this, so I'm going to have to wait back here. Which is kind of harsh in itself. Not sure if this is a good idea. Wow, actually kind of harsh, to be honest. Kind of harsh, actually, doing that in comparison to doing the duel. But there you go. We do get 4.1 influence and 2.8 renown, which is pretty nice, actually. Not too bad. And I'm just going to leave this guy. I'm not going to actually take him. I'm not really looking into using Vlandians or anything like that, even though they would be fine. I just don't really feel the need to take them right now. And we did complete the quest, and this is the main reason that I wanted to do that. 3,000 in cash. We're also getting a significant amount of charm skill, which I very much like. So we're going to be going for imposing stature here. That gets us that +5 to party size. Let's go for one more point in intelligence here. And then I'm actually wondering what we should do. Probably another point in athletics. We are going to eventually need to do pretty well in regular battles and things like that, and obviously going into sieges and stuff definitely going to make a big difference. Unfortunately, this guy, I'm not entirely sure what's going on with these fellows, but they're just giving up. They're just giving up immediately. It's very, very strange. Not sure how that's happening, but yeah, there you go. It is. And so we're just going to sell all of this. Oh yeah, sell all the date fruit, sell these. Let's see, what else can we sell here? Yeah, actually not a particularly large amount of stuff, but good enough, in my opinion. Good enough. Not too bad. And we can hopefully, we can maybe do battle with these fellows? Yes, we can. Nice. Okay, that's absolutely perfect. Yeah, we want that. We want more damage to our own forces, please. More damage to our own forces. We want people to actually take damage, because that's the only way that our medicine skill will level up. So we can hope that that's going to happen a little bit more often. Let's just go over here, get some more of these highborns. There we go. We might be able to get some looters in a battle here. 14 of these guys, maybe. Oh, here we go. Pretty significant amounts of people around here, but unfortunately they're being very, very elusive. Surprisingly so, in actual fact. I don't know why. That's, well, I mean, I do have 51 people, but if they fought us with every single one of them, they might actually do some pretty good damage. But we're getting nice influence from this, in good amounts of experience as well, as you can see. So, not going too badly there. We can also tell some of these guys to potentially join us if we don't want to sell them as prisoners. And I think selling them as prisoners is probably going to be the way to go. But, we might get the manual laborer quests. That's the thing that we got to think about here, maybe. Bandit base, another one? Another 3,000 in cash? I don't know. Can I say no to 3,000 in cash? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be particularly useful. We do have another tournament going on here as well. As you can see, I'm almost clan tier 2. Bear in mind that obviously the evaluation of whether the series is a success or not basically just comes down to, are we going to be able to create our own faction? Are we going to be able to capture, you know, any thieves whatsoever in the time it takes my character to die? That's the main deal here. So is it possible for us to actually make that work? I guess we're gonna have to find out. If you like the concept of this series, then by all means let me know. If you don't, then well, I don't know what to tell you. But if you do, then let me know if you want to see more. Otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.